this is about our 50th take of this video, but we watched The Intruder. We're about 2 weeks late. Our theater got it a week late. We decided we need to watch a bad movie. We haven't watched one yet this year. Last year we watched Truth or Dare. The year before it was Wish Upon. I think we got The Intruder. First movie that I willingly went into watching knowing that it was probably gonna be bad this year.
This is our 50th take, so it's gonna be very, 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 very fast.
And I have to say, like I said in our other takes, which nobody has seen, give this movie about, I said 2 or 3 rewrites. Let's say 4 or 5 rewrites.
The more you think about it, the bigger it gets, right?
Let's give it about 4 or 5 rewrites. I think this would be a really good dark comedy or like dark thriller.
It's a dark comedy now.
But where it's at, it is a tonal nightmare of a movie. They don't know what they're doing. This director, bless his heart, can't direct. The editing, oh God, the editing, the cinematography.
Lots of camera shakes, folks.
I don't know if the acting,
get ready for that.
I don't know if the acting is good or not, but I enjoyed it. The script is,
Dennis Quaid will eat the scenery up more than the grass that's on the outside of the deer that he shoots.
The script, dialogue-wise, is really bad, and I guess you're supposed to care about these protagonists, but you don't, and you certainly don't.
You know why you don't? Because they're shitty people.
They're bad.
They're all bad.
And here's the thing.
Well, the girl's not necessarily bad.
No, but she is naive and kind of dumb.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to come in, Dennis Quaid?
Yeah, Dennis Quaid. You're only going to try and rape and murder me and my husband.
Basically.
Come on in and let's eat a pizza.
But all the stuff that,
I'll pick all the bad stuff I don't want off of it.
Even I don't even think we touched upon this beforehand, but I noticed these sort of tropes in movies. But all the stuff that took place outside of the Dennis Quaid storyline with like the guy's job, like it was so basic. It's like, you made partner, you made the sale. It's like, what are you doing? What's the job?
What are you gonna do? Like, you're a marketing guy?
It's basic.
Let's see how you market.
It is the most surface level grown-up stuff. It's like if a 10-year-old was writing for grown-ups.
Let's go buy a $3.2 million home.
Basically.
Yay! And it's awful.
Like comparing
it's so bad.
Comparing this movie to a movie like 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams, where you sort of care about the lead character. In this movie, you don't care about Dennis Quaid. He's crazy right off the bat. Like from the second he sees that painting, they change the painting. He's just like,
it's before that.
Yeah, but that's really the point. Before that's, but he still hasn't shown his complete crazy to them yet. But then with that painting, he's just like. And then at the Thanksgiving scene, whenever the guy's like trying to tell Dennis Quaid's like, no, what you're saying is wrong. He just smacks the table. He's like, and nobody acts weird about it. Like, who does that?
Yeah, it's just like,
he was very serious.
And no one does a thing. They all just sit and,
so the movie is obviously,
I'm trying to open a wine bottle. Oh, pizza.
The movie is obviously unintentionally.
It's awful.
Hilarious.
It's so bad.
Even with stuff that should be very serious, there's a rabbit.
Oh, look at Bunny. Speaking of Bunny, Dennis Quaid shoots a deer in the head in the first 15 minutes of the film. And you know what you're into with Dennis Quaid with a gun.
It's your introduction to the character.
He just shows up, bang at it. Folks, okay, we're gonna do a poll real fast, just real quick. If you go to a person's house, and that bunny's running right by us. Hi, Bunny. You want to be part of the video? Okay, so if you're going to buy a house from someone, now this is not just, West Virginia people, because I know what your answer is going to be. If a person comes to you and he's selling a home, he shoots a deer in the face and then runs up to you with the gun, are you going to buy a house from him?
No.
No, absolutely not. You're not going to buy a house from this dude, especially not one that's $3.5 million.
For the sake of the movie, I'm glad they did.
Oh, yes.
The movie wouldn't have happened.
I wish this movie wouldn't have happened.
But there's no.
Actually,
no,
what?
No. This was a very fun, bad movie. There's stuff that happens in the third act. 'Cause that's when the stuff really hits the fan in the third act of this movie, where Dennis Quaid goes like full Norman Bates.
That's putting it lightly.
He's definitely more over the top than Norman Bates. Psycho's a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece in a different way, and I'll get to that with my score at the end. But there's stuff happening in this movie that should be very serious, intense. That's almost dealing with sexual violence, and the way that it's dealt with, I just feel embarrassed for everybody. I feel embarrassed for Megan Good. I feel embarrassed for Dennis Quaid. The fact that he had to do this,
it's not the fact that he had to do it. It's the fact that they wrote it in a sense that, like I said in the other takes, which again, you're not going to see, that they wrote this to where you're supposed to feel uncomfortable, but you're laughing the whole time. And it's not because, folks, again, Sexual assault's not a laughing matter. It's not. However, the way they filmed this, it's just so bad and so unbelievable.
It's bad and embarrassing.
That it's it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to the actors. It's embarrassing to the director, which, you know, he let it get released, so he must not have been that embarrassed about it.
The movie's made some money.
Oh yeah, the movie had a $6 million budget. I guarantee $4 million of it went to Dennis Quaid.
The movie is just tonally like it's nothing. I don't know I don't know what it's going for. There's times where the score is playing. I'm like, why does this sound like a really goofy musical score during the scene that should be like kind of serious?
Okay, and even stuff that's not the score makes no sense to the film.
Like what?
The soundtrack makes no plausible sense.
Well, definitely
to the
that
film.
last song during the credits.
The credit scene is like is a hip hop song, and it's just like
the movie decides to turn into like a badass action movie in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Go to hell." Then it starts playing like this hardcore hip hop song during the credits. Listen. This movie was not boring. It was not boring. I enjoyed this movie more than some movies that I think would probably be considered better. Like, I enjoyed watching this movie more than watching Pet Sematary. Is Pet Sematary better? Yeah, sure it is. But
is it though?
Yeah, dude, it is.
What is it though? Pet Sematary is not that good
Pet
either.
Sematary had a voice. I just didn't like that voice. This movie has nothing. Like, it's a total nightmare, which... Getting into my score, I'm creating a new score for this movie because I don't feel inclined to give it like the typical FD6. They ain't getting anything above that. I'm gonna give this a new grade. You know how the A pluses are modern day masterpieces? Those are those grades. Let's say that this falls between a D plus and an F plus, and I'm gonna give it a terrible masterpiece. Because I had so much fun. Like, you have to really try hard to screw up a movie like this, really. And they went all out. It's not quite up there with Wish Upon. It's not even close to the levels of Wish Upon. But it's way more enjoyable than something like Truth or Dare.
I really want to state though, real fast, is that we talk a lot about Wish Upon. That's a movie you need to see. It's like Room level.
It's bad.
It's the Room level. And this movie comes close.
It's close, but not quite.
Not quite.
What do you give it?
F.
Oh, really?
It's F.
Whoa.
It's so bad.
You know, if I was given like an actual score, I'd give it a D. Yeah. I thought the acting there was a dedication to the acting that I admired.
So it's a terrible masterpiece. Well, apparently we've coined that.
I call it a terrible
masterpiece. It's trademarked. I want a nickel for everybody.
Instead of the modern day masterpiece, it's a terrible masterpiece.
It's something, folks.
Listen, you're 2 weeks late into the game. You've probably made up your mind if you're going to watch this movie or not. But just know that if you want to watch a really bad movie that isn't miserable, it's not a miserable watch because it's definitely eye-opening.
It's B-list horror.
I kind of wish it would have been rated R at times, but okay.
That might have helped.
But maybe not though. They might would have pushed to even like.
Oh, they would have pushed that sex scene.
But if you feel inclined to watch something,
all four of the sex scenes in the movie.
If you feel inclined to laugh at something for 100 minutes that's not a comedy.
Can we
give this a go?
Oh, real quick, before we get to the sex scenes in this movie.
We're so bad. They were filmed so poor. They were like
the thing. It's like you felt no chemistry between these two characters. In turn, made even those feel uncomfortable.
They happened out of nowhere. It almost reminded me of some of those 50 Shades sex scenes, where it's like it's filmed bad. It's playing like a really like a popular pop song or something. But the way it's filmed, it's just showing like close-ups, and it's like, oh my god, it's almost on level with like the sex scenes in Room. You know, like those sex scenes that come out of nowhere. I mean, it's obviously it's filmed better.
Like if they're trying to like shoot a body part, like if we're shooting it right now, this is how they would shoot it.
Yeah, it's all just.
Here's my finger. Oh yeah. Here's my two fingers.
It's all just.
Here's my hand. Here's my wrist. You know, it's like I don't know what the director was going for.
Listen, even the action is filmed really bad at the end of this movie. Like I don't even know what's happening here.
Like, it's the guy gets thrown over a balcony, and then Dennis Quaid is literally sitting at the top of the balcony going, and you're just like, go downstairs and kill him then. I mean, and I took care of him, Annie. And the girl's name is Annie.
I don't think that was her name.
Was it Annie? It was Annie. I was right.
I just remember Charlie.
Charlie. Charlie sure bit his finger off.
Listen, The movie's bad. If you want to get some laughs, watch it. Like I said, it's been out 2 weeks. Either you've watched it or you haven't. We decided it's like, yeah, we don't got anything going on Tuesday, so let's hope this is so bad that it's good, and it kind of is.
Had its moments.
So let us know what you thought about the Intruder below. Hopefully you didn't love it because we just like shit on your parade.
You know what? Your parade deserved to be shit on if you liked this movie.
Let us know.
It deserved it. It's shit.
Does this movie reach the terrible masterpiece levels that some people are saying that it is, or is it just bad? Let us know in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button, and thank you for watching.
And don't try and tell me it's a B-list horror film, because that's a bullshit cop-out response.
Goodbye.